Back in January, the Prime Minister tweeted, "2020 is going to be a great year for Britain." Well, it hasn't quite turned out to be like that, has it? No one could have foreseen or predicted what would happen this year. It was impossible to predict. But generally speaking, people who predict things well, people who forecast accurately, are people that we can trust. You can generally trust someone if they've got a track record of being able to predict things and make accurate predictions. Now, in our part of our Christmas story today, we see King Herod trying to find out where the Messiah, Jesus, was going to be born. Matthew says this: "When he'd called together all the people's chief priests and teachers of the law, he asked them where the Messiah was to be born. 'In Bethlehem in Judea,' they replied, 'for this is what the prophet has written. But you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah, for out of you will come a ruler who will shepherd my people Israel.'" God predicts that the Messiah, Jesus, would be born in Bethlehem. He says it through the prophet Micah 800 years before it happens. 800 years. Micah was written down 800 years before Jesus was born. Many Old Testament prophecies are hundreds of years before Jesus came. For example, a virgin will conceive. That is Isaiah 7 verse 14, 700 years before Jesus. God accurately predicts hundreds of years beforehand what will happen. Why is that important? Well, it shows that God has a track record of keeping his promises. God knows what will happen. What God says actually happens. It comes to fruition. And that means that we can trust him. We can trust his promises that he will save us, save the whole world through this little baby, Jesus, who would grow up to die on the cross. We can trust that message of forgiveness through Jesus because God has a track record. God has a track record of keeping his promises, and he's shown that by making accurate predictions that later came true.